All right, I am ready when you are.
Took you long enough. Proceed.
You gotta hit the button to go over. Okay, here you go. Yay. And then enter. Yeah, you did it.
All right, let's swing across.
Yeah, but whoa, that tree is huge.
I'm
Don't
trying to
worry about it.
remember.
The roots will get to Rose in an instant.
RB is right button, I'm assuming.
F for the hook, and then your double jump.
Okay. I've already forgot most of the friggin' controls. Reminder time.
Again? Oh, I told Rose not to throw her shoes up here.
Oops. I
Whoops.
told her I did
Double
that when
swing.
I was a kid.
So you're the guilty one.
She's outgrown them anyway.
I don't think those windows are open.
Yeah, I was trying to shoot for the open one, but it's too high.
Fail. Damn it. I keep having to do double swings because I wasn't paying attention. I didn't see the second hook.
No.
Problem.
Why you ask?
Whoops.
There are
It is a
windows.
problem. It's
Oh.
okay.
Who
Oh,
could have
yeah.
built those?
Good gravy.
Hey, there's our swing.
Finally, a use for that thing.
Let's get across.
Oh, and there I go. Oh, if one of us dies, do both of us die, or did you die?
I died too.
Oh, okay. Oh, double jump? Okay. Did it make you double jump to get it?
Yeah.
There we go. Okay. Yay.
I don't see a
Oh,
way to
good,
get to
these
Rose's
things.
roof yet.
Let's get higher. Woo! Weird but useful.
Woohoo! Bouncy!
Is that all?
Woohoo! I'm a superhero with a rope.
You're a clayman with a rope.
Yeah, and beware the Clayman.
Oh, I can't do that one. It won't let me pick it up.
Nope.
Really? Lame. How dare you? Okay.
May, grab hold.
Hey, look, Cody, a door.
A door in a tree? I don't like it. We gotta get to Rose's room.
But can't you see how far away it is?
Yes, I can see how far away it is. That's why we gotta keep moving.
Yeah, maybe there's someone inside who can help us.
Really? Whoa, whoa, whoa! Wait, what are you doing? We don't know what's inside there.
Come on, it might be a shortcut to the house.
Yeah, but what if it's not? What if it's...
Who sent you?
No one. We come in peace.
We're trying to get to the house.
The house? What's your business there?
We haven't got time for this. Is this a shortcut or not?
Great. Oh, I told you this was a bad idea.
Not helpful. Come on, help me push.
What?
It's too heavy.
Why
Yeah.
a glass jar?
Well, at least we can see through it.
Oh, that's great, May. We're imprisoned, but the view is amazing.
I have to tell you something. It's important. Have you heard of this book by, Dr. Hakim? He says that it's important to forgive each other. Because then you can become friends again. If you want, you can borrow the book. Okay. You're busy. Sorry.
Yeah, you should be. Can't hear you.
Cody, are you okay?
Yeah, been better, but I'm okay.
Are you working for the Wasps?
What? The wasps?
Don't play dumb. Did they send you here to kill us?
What? Kill you? No.
We're not working for any wasps.
We'll see whose side you're on. Pull a switch.
You got it, Chief. Oh, get away, get away, get away!
Boss, it doesn't look like they're on the Wasps team.
And why don't they die?
Maybe they have superpowers. What if they can help us?
Let's find out. Abort.
Oh, you okay?
Yeah, you?
Yeah, just about.
That was terrible.
Horrendous.
May, hey,
Oh,
come here.
oh
Hey,
my gosh.
hey there, Mr. Big Squirrel.
Wow.
So, you want to get to the house?
Yes.
We can get you there.
Really? That's very, kind.
On one condition.
What do you mean?
Follow me.
May,
Come on.
this is a terrible idea.
Come on, Cody.
I don't want to go.
Wow. They must be real hoarders.
Hey, May, that's our remote control. They stole it.
Those sneaky rodents. Look, our family photos. What could they want with those?
I don't know, but we look good. Hey, that's my underwear.
Oh, hardly a loss.
You used to love that underwear.
Used to.
The Wasps have invaded our tree and wiped out most of our tribe. You two must kill them.
What? We can't kill those crazy creatures. You nuts? No offense.
Don't worry. You'll just survive 2 of them. Against a whole swarm of them, surely we'll die.
That's why you're going to need these. My latest in cyber hazelnut technology. The tree sap Abshiki 57.
Oh.
Combined with a drill bazzer X200.
Boom.
There's one more thing. We sent in an undercover agent who could operate our queen robot.
As planned, the wasps believed the robot was their real queen. But instead of wiping out the wasps, our agent was seduced by its power and switched sides.
So, kill the Wasps and the agent in the robot and we'll help you get to the house. Understood?
Yeah, sure, but isn't there a more civilized way that we can... I really don't want to have to kill giant wasps.
Well, you wouldn't have to if you'd cleaned out the hive.
What? What hive?
Remember? In the real world? In our tree? I asked you so many times and you promised to get rid of it.
Yeah, fine. But we wouldn't even be here if you hadn't knocked on the squirrel's door.
Well, at least they're gonna lead us to the house.
What are you kidding me? You believe that? I don't trust those squirrels. They stole my underwear.
Oh, believe me, that was a blessing.
Oh, really? Well, at least my underwear is now a sophisticated part of a flying machine.
Oh, I sincerely doubt it can fly.
Of course you do. Ugh. You know what? I can't wait to get back to my real body so that we can get divorced.
Oh, me too.
May? May, what now?
I guess it's time to kill some wasps.
What? Alone?
Don't worry, we've got weapons.
What, you mean these homemade squirrel DIY drill bazzer tap shaky things?
You saw how powerful they are. Let's drill, Baz.
What's that hanging there?
A target, huh?
What you're listening to is another one of my latest hazelnut tech creations. You'll find them at key strategic points throughout the tree. The tree sap psyche and drill bazzer match gun are potent alone, but when combined, they are.
You wanna sap the wood over there?
Try it now.
Suppose.
Yep. Thanks.
Gosh, those squirrels weren't kidding.
Yeah. This is a war zone.
Look, Cody. Shooting target. Let's practice.
Ow. Bitch. Oh, put your head in my way. Yeah, fuck it, we're good enough.
Wow. This is impressive.
I'm getting spooked by this
Dang it.
place. Okay,
There.
can we please turn back?
I'm afraid that won't be possible. We've sealed the doors behind you to protect against the wasps. Your only way out is through the wasp lair over there, on the other side of the
Sweet. I,
Sorry,
sorry, a little
goop
more
on
goop
that.
on the button. Really? Does it need more?
You shoot without it?
Oh, that's weird. I would think that with it would only make it a more powerful hit, but okay. It's been a... I forgot about this part entirely. So we need something to make that come down. Don't remember.
Down we go.
Oh.
Oop.
Gosh, took you long enough.
Up we go.
Nice progress.
Yay. Oh. Oops.
He took you long enough.
Kiss my ass.
Yeah.
This one's ready.
Oh.
Oh, duh. Oh, that's up there.
Oh. Arrow
Oh,
sign.
yeah, it's probably the paint can.
I tried. Hit,
Oh,
hit the sign. I don't know.
I did.
Oh.
That's for the door up there, I think. Yeah, no, it has to be something with the paint can.
Darn, the sap isn't sticking.
Looks like squirrel tack isn't foolproof.
Um, oh.
Shoot it. Nope, me. You gotta shoot it so I go up.
Oh. I have to. Oh. Got it. I'm glad you figured that one out.
Shoot the sign to hell?
And then I probably. Did that open anything for you?
Shoot it. Shoot the sign.
Oh.
Alright, I got it.
Oh, and then you have to jump on the can. Finally. Good.
You're welcome.
Well, this got interesting.
They're experimenting on an acorn. They really are nuts.
Look at those Tesla coils. These squirrels seem far more capable than I thought.
I see you've happened upon my old facilities. There's really nothing to see there. Just move along. Those barbaric wasps could never understand the potential of hazelnut technology.
Hey, come over and stand on this thing with me real quick.
You gotta do it on the spinny.
I was gonna say if I. Oh, okay.
Yeah, this one's on you.
That's fine. Put your goop back on it then.
Get on the thing.
I'm working on it. Oh no, not another left-right one. Poop, poop. Oh, thank God, I can turn again. And then I'm assuming. Yay!
Oh, and you can just ignore what's behind that wall coming up. Move right along, please. Do not push the red button.
Whoa! Hey! Let me out of here!
She did say not to do that.
Yeah.
Well, it was nice knowing you have fun.
Yeah.
interesting.
They're in the front.
Huh?
Your buttons are right there.
Oh, I have to do those. Let's see here. Electrocute you, kill you, spin you.
Oops. Sorry.
That was enjoyable. Sorry, I couldn't resist. I'm assuming this is probably the right one. Oh.
Yep, that's squirrel tech, all right.
Come on, May, let me out!
Around you go.
Oh, that was all the buttons.
It's just one of those fun little things to do on the side.
No, that's fair. I'm just trying to figure out how to get you out.
I hit stop.
I did that earlier and it didn't do nothing.
Up and pound.
I did that earlier and it didn't do nothing.
Because it wasn't fully up.
Very funny.
Duh.
You look fine, though.
I see you found our not far from corner. Painted, of course. We haven't worked out all the kinks.
Hey, this lid looks loose.
Hold on.
Here, coat,
Yeah.
coat all of them in a continuous line.
Well, that's what I was trying to do, but then you kept shooting.
Sorry, I didn't realize it'd reclass. And do a little more over here. I want to make sure one thing will set them all off. Perfect.
Looks like something was
Nice.
kept in here.
Yeah, something big. Whatever it was, it's gone now.
It's sapped up.
Shoot that one. There you go.
I'm getting there. Oh, do this one again, maybe? Why is it pushing us the other way?
No, it's like a pulley side. Perpetual motion.
Oh, okay, got it.
Now shoot the other one.
The
Yep.
last one? Oh, okay. That's...
No, don't
Oh,
go
fuck.
backwards.
Sorry, I got it.
Shoot it once it's
Shoot it once
behind
it's
us.
behind us.
There we go.
That was odd. I don't like it.
Something's coming.
Oh, good. Where'd they go?
Give me a match here.
Nice, twofer.
I think that's the last of them.
Wait a second. I think this is another. Okay, so this is another one where one of us will have to go around.
He'll have to be down here to shoot. Hold on though. Okay, now shoot this one that I'm on. This one.
May?
Then
Hey, May? I think there's a bridge here.
Let's knock it down then.
that didn't work like I thought.
That doesn't work.
I can't get a good shot from here, Cody.
I have to shoot something then.
I think I know. Hold on. Oh, fuck it, no.
Oh, wait a second. Before you
go
go
up
up there, you might have to come back to where I am.
I was trying.
You might have to put. Okay.
Well,
I say you might have to put goop on the bottom of that before you. Oh wait.
oh. Shoot that.
Oh, good.
I didn't see that.
Look at you, looking your big boy mind. I'm so proud of you.
Use it more than you.
Kiss my ass.
I'll shoot the sign.
I'm getting there.
I don't know.
Well, that was rude.
Look, May, a rope. How about some tug of war?
Why am I struggling with this? There we go.
Stuck a war. Pull into a hole, eat a pole.
Ready to fall into the hole?
Oh, that hole is made for you.
Fits you better. This rope's mine.
I have got to win one of these. Thank God.
See, and I was pressing E though, and it wasn't doing anything.
No fair.
Oh, were you just holding the button down?
Are you supposed to?
I was like hitting mine fast.
See, I was too, and it was doing nothing.
Oh.
Yeah.
Let's try again with just both of us just holding it down.
All right, I'm looking forward to this.
Okay, yeah, you both have to press
Down the
fast.
drain, Cody.
I'm just faster.
I'm not even pressing, so.
Ow. Sure, let me win. This is some bullshit.
Duh.
Hey, it's our football.
And you thought I threw it out?
Yeah, sorry about that. Rose and I used to play with it all the time.
Just another thing the squirrels have taken from us.
Little bastards.
Oh, man. My legs hurt.
My feet hurt.
When we get out of this mess, I'm having a cold beer.
I'm having two.
What if we're stuck here? Oh,
That
stuck
was
like
weird.
this.
You don't know that. We'll get to Rose and break the spell.
Ew, what if we never get to her?
Please stop talking and keep running.
Not more rails.
Who's driving those mine carts? Where do these tracks even go?
Oh, shit.
Oh.
Well, that was rude.
When are these rails gonna end? No, please end soon.
Yeah, there's a doozy coming up, so be prepared.
I hit F. What the heck? There we go. Like I hit it like 3 times and it wouldn't let me jump. It wasn't too bad. My F button just didn't work at one point.
Ah, the bolt. Spin the handle to open it, but
Yay.
beyond your call. We've never made it past this point. Once inside, you will be on your own.
Preloading it and getting it ready. Excuse me. I don't think I'm supposed to shoot that. Was that all the wasps? I thought there'd be more than that.
So far, that's it. Oh, now you can shoot that big one. Oh, there we go.
Oh, nope.
This one looks tougher than the others.
My staff isn't sticking to its shield.
Oh. Damn. Oh, no. Ouch. Ow. Douchebag. There we go. Sorry, I'm having issues with my mouse not turning fast enough. Dang it. Ah, dang it. There we go.
Did we get it?
Yeah, looks like it. Let's get through that bolt.
I slowed my mouse down last week and now it wasn't turning fast enough for me. He's okay, we still got him.
Soldiers, the security system has detected 2 intruders. Haven't you eliminated them?
We are searching for them, Supreme Wasp Queen.
Search harder. Bring them to me. Dead or alive.
Yes, Supreme Wasp Queen.
That is one scary queen.
Don't worry, it's just a squirrel inside a robot.
Yeah, a very big robot. It's trying to kill us. You know, maybe we should just turn back.
Are you chickening out?
No. We were just, exploring the,
Premises.
Right.
I think you look scared, like 2 little chickens.
No, not at all. We were just scouting, preparing for the mission.
Yeah, right. Preparation is key.
Good, but remember, collaboration is also key. This is a very dangerous operation.
Thanks for reminding us.
You're welcome, man. Hey, got it.
You done?
No.
book